Hello viewers, welcome to my channel Gyan Vigyan. In my previous video, we have discussed some important points about collision, and basically we concentrate on the topic elastic collision. Okay, today we will discuss about one-dimensional elastic collision. Okay, in our previous video we have discussed what are the main conditions that has to be satisfied in case of elastic collision. Okay, keeping in mind that point of elastic collision, today we will discuss one-dimensional elastic collision. So what is one-dimensional elastic collision? When the colliding particles moves in the same line, then it is one-dimensional elastic collision. It can be also termed as head-on collision, as the centers of the colliding particles lies on the same line. Okay, so suppose this is a particle m1, velocity u1, and this is a particle m2, velocity u2. Okay, so this particle moving in this direction and this particle moving in this direction, that means their motions are in the same line. Okay, so that's why this type of collision we can say it as one-dimensional collision. And this is the center of the particle m1, this is the center of the particle m2. So the center of these two particles lies again on the same line. So the collision, because of the movement of the particle towards each other, this collision we can term it as head-on collision. Okay, now let's visualize this collision process. This is particle m1 with velocity u1, and this is particle m2 with velocity u2. Okay, this particle will move in this direction. Okay, so because of this movement it will collide after some time, and there will be some difference occurs in the particle m1 and particle m2 regarding their direction and their velocities. Okay, so let's see, these two particles collides like this, and then it moves in the backward direction. Okay, now let's see this particle m1, which initially has the velocity e1, now after collision gain a new velocity v1, and this particle m2, which already has velocity u2 before collision, now acquire a new velocity v2 after the collision. Okay, so this is the difference occurs after the collision between these two particles m1 and m2. Okay, so this is the collision process, and as already we have considered it as elastic collision, therefore the main condition, that is energy conservation and momentum conservation holds good for this collision that we are discussing. Okay, now let's from this type of collision, the final velocity v1 of the particle m1 and final velocity v2 of particle m2 can be calculated. Okay, so let's see how the final velocity are calculated. Okay, so let's see the mathematical derivation of the final velocities of the colliding particle, that is expression for v1 and expression for v2. Already we know the in case of elastic collision, kinetic energy conserved. Okay, so that kinetic energy conservation we have already discussed in our previous video. So this is the energy expression for the energy conservation. Okay, this is energy conservation expression. If you simplify this equation, then you can arrive at a new expression like this: m1 into v1 square minus v1 square equal to m2 into v2 square minus u2 square. This is a new expression you can derive from the energy conservation expression. Okay, this is the new expression, equation number 1. Okay, next, another important point that has to be conserved in elastic collision is momentum conservation. That is also discussed in our previous video. So what is momentum conservation? This is the expression for momentum conservation. Okay, this one is the sum of the momentum of the particle before collision, and this part gives the sum of the momentum of the particles after collision. So according to the momentum conservation, this sum of momentum before collision equals to the sum of momentum after collision. Okay, so if you simplify this equation, you can arrive at a new expression like this. This one is the new expression you can derive from this expression. Okay, so this is m1 into e1 minus v1 equal to m2 into v2 minus e1. This is equation number 2. One is equation number 1 and another is equation number 2. So using this equation number 1, using this equation number 1 and equation number 2, equation number 2 and using equation number 1, we can have at a conclusion about the relative velocities of the colliding particles before collision and after collision. So let's see what is the relative velocities of the particles before collision and after collision. Okay, so from the equation that already we have got equation number 1 and equation number 2, we can arrive at a expression like this: u1 minus u2 equal to minus of v1 minus v2. Okay, from with the help of the equation 1 and 2, we can arrive at an expression like this: u1 minus u2 equal to minus of v1 minus v2, where u1 minus u2, this expression u1 minus u2 is the relative velocities of the colliding particle before collision, and this v1 minus v2 is the relative velocities of the colliding particles after collision. So what is the relation between these two relative velocity? So u1, the relative velocity of the particle before collision, equals to the relative velocities of the particles after collision, but the directions of the two relative velocities are opposite to each other. Okay, from the equation 1 and 2, we can have the expression of the relative velocities of the particle before collision and relative velocities of the particle after collision. Okay, so from this expression we can conclude that in an one-dimensional elastic collision, the relative velocity with which the two particles approach to each other the relative velocities approach to each other equal each other before collision is equal to the relative velocity with which they move away from each other after collision. Okay, so this is the relation between the relative velocities of the particles before collision and after collision. That means because of this opposite direction of the relative velocities, the two colliding particles moves away from each other. Okay, before collision they are moving towards each other, and after collision they are moving away from each other. Okay, now let's see how we can use this relative velocities expression to find out the expression for the final velocities. That means expression for V1 and V2. Okay, from this expression that already from this expression of relative velocity that already we have got u1 minus u2 equal to minus v1 minus v2. From this equation we can have v1 equal to v2 plus u2 minus u1. Okay, and v2 equal to v1 plus u1 minus u2. Okay, from this relative velocity expression we can arrive we can have the expression for v1 like this, and we can have the expression for v2 and v2 like this. Okay, so this is the a simple form of expression for the final velocities v1 and v2 of the particles m1 m2 respectively. Okay, so using these two expression v1 and v2 with the help of equation number 1 and 2, we can have the expression for the final expression for final velocity v1 is equal to m1 minus m2 divided by m1 plus m2 u1. Okay, from this expression we can have the expression for final velocity like this: v1 is equal to m1 minus m2 divided by m1 plus m2 u1 plus twice m2 divided by m2 plus m1 into u1. Okay, so this is the expression for velocity v1. Similarly, we can have expression for v2 also using this expression and equation number 1 and 2. This expression for v2 is m2 minus m1 divided by m1 plus m2 u2 plus twice m1 divided by m1 plus m2 u1. This is the expression for final velocity of the particle m2 after collision. Okay, so the velocities of the particle m1 m2 will be after collision. This is like this one v1, and v2 is like this. Okay, these are the final velocities of the particles m1 m2 after collision. Okay, so after that we can calculate the final velocities of the colliding particles for different condition. Okay, so in our upcoming video we will discuss the different cases of the collision between different particles, how their direction, how their velocities will change after the collision. It will depends on what points we will discuss in our upcoming video. Okay, so thank you for watching. Okay, we will meet in our next video.